DoorDash. Oh, there's that nose. He's like, oh, eggy. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I gotta take it.
Yeah. Is that good? Is that good? Yeah? Hi, cutie. It is a nice day out.
It's like you were going to go outside.
Good morning, everyone. Oh. Lois is going in and out.
Yeah, that was close. You might got it.
Yeah.
Both got it.
I get the door boy. Keeping the door open.
No, it's not there.
Come on. Let's go. For a little bit. Just wait on Henry. He needs to get dressed. So mornings are still pretty decent out here. And they can stick around for as long as they like to. Yes. Enjoying it while we can, because I know it's going to be too cold one morning, and yeah. We'll be keeping the door closed and staying inside underneath a blanket, watching a Hallmark movie. That's what we will be doing. And they're off to school. So yeah, if you remember, they were on strike. Last Friday there was a strike day with the educational workers, and I think it was it that day, or was it Friday, or was it Saturday? Friday or Saturday, found out that the strike was going to continue on to Monday until further notice. So it's like, okay, great, here we go again. You know, so much for an uninterrupted school year. We haven't had an uninterrupted school year since you know what. Yeah, so, but Monday afternoon, I got emails and automatic message saying that Tuesday they're going back to school, and I was like, okay, great. You know, they only missed 2 days. I had a nice extra long weekend, and when I told the boys that they had school the next day, the looks on their faces, you would have thought I told them Christmas was canceled. Yeah, by the looks on their faces. You know, and Casey was like, no, you're lying. You know, he honestly thought I was lying. I'm like, no, I would not lie. I would not joke about this. You're going back to school, you know. Oh, yeah. So they wait, no problem. Probably would have liked it if it lasted like the full week. I thought it would last a full week. And they're still at the table. They haven't signed anything. So hopefully there's no more bumps in the road, that they come to an agreement and sign, and we're all good to go for a while, you know. Yeah. So, but there was just, the looks on their faces was priceless. It really was. So yeah, they're back to school, which made me very happy, and I was able to get the house back in order and clean and get ready to put Christmas decorations up. I brought up the rest of our decorations. And yeah, gonna slowly decorate. Probably won't be till like next week. Our tree is already up. It's decorated. It has lights, and it is decorated because Casey was very, 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 very eager to decorate the tree. Yes. So it's like, yeah, when you have like kids and they get eager like that, there's no holding it off. You know, there's no waiting. You decorate the tree, and we did, if you watched my last vlog, we did buy one at not Canadian Tire, at Walmart, and it was $50, and it's a really nice tree. You know, the one we had before, it was from Canadian Tire and wasn't as nice. Like, it was okay, it will do, it's a Christmas tree, you know, you decorate it, you make it look pretty, and it did. When it was decorated, it looked pretty. But it wasn't as nice. It wasn't as full. This one from Walmart is a little bit taller, I think, a little bit more fuller. There's more branches, and it looks nicer. So yeah, it's all decorated. I'm just waiting for Henry to put his decorations on it still. He seems to take his time sometimes. So, but Casey put his decorations on one night, and then the following day, we all did the rest of the decorations. So, just waiting on Henry to do his own. Yes, he has, how many boxes? I think he has one box of his own personal decorations to put up. But I even put up some of my old ones, my vintage ones, and I haven't put those up since before I got married. You know, because when you have kids, and we started to have kids right away after we got married, and when you have kids and a Christmas tree, it's not always a good combination, especially if they're toddler age and they like to pull on stuff. So, but I think the boys were pretty good, and we kept the non-breakables at the bottom, and but I still kept the ones that meant a lot, you know, that were like really vintage and you can't find them. You know, they are hard to find. If you do find them, they cost a lot of money. People charge you an arm and leg for them. So, but yeah, I actually put a few of those up on the tree, and yeah, the tree is looking beautiful, and turn off lights at night, and it's only light in the house, and I love it. And watch a Hallmark movie, I'm all set. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for the hubby to bring home a Tim Hortons coffee, because he gets free coffees up till tomorrow. He's been getting free coffees all week because he picked the right hockey players who scored. So, free coffee. Not my favorite coffee, but hey, it's free. Let's just say there is better tasting coffee out there than Timmy's, like McDonald's and you know, Wendy's. But hey, you know, it's still drinkable. I'll drink it, especially when it's free. Yeah, and when it's free, it does kind of taste a little bit better. So yeah, we're gonna go back inside and wait for my coffee. But yeah, that's update with the school, and you know, and yeah, because you know, with the educational workers, it's like, just give them what they want, you know. And it was like the custodians and the secretaries and the ECEs, assistants, you know, and the people that, there's construction down the road. Yeah, that's what that noise is. The people that work with special needs, the children, they probably have one of the toughest jobs. That is not a job for everybody. You need to have the compassion, the patience. You need to have the heart for that job. You need to be specifically called for that job. You know, like God gave you that job. Okay, this is what you're going to do, you know, because that's not the easiest job. So it's like, yeah, you know what? Give them what they want. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Just give them what they want and sign an initial, you know, and case closed, right? And everybody's happy. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be happy when I get my coffee, which will be soon. Coffee, anyone? It's an extra large. So keep the bathroom door open. It's gonna go right through me. Uh-huh. Oh. I think this might take me all day to drink. And it is hot. That's a hot coffee. If you had a cup of coffee or tea, cheers. Enjoy. I know I will. Even though it will take me probably the majority of the day. But hey, I'll enjoy it. It does taste better when it's free. It does. Yeah. And I can't wait till they have their Christmas cups. Yeah, probably later this month. And we have to keep an eye out for the ornaments because I collect them. So I remember one year I did not get the ornaments and I was not a happy camper because they sold out really quick. And I think it was the takeout coffee one and the takeout tray. There was like 4 coffees and in the takeout tray, and that's the one I missed out on. I should try to look for it on eBay, but you pay a little bit more, but I do collect them. So yeah, I have found a couple at yard sales for my collection, I think about a year or two ago. So yeah, just have to keep an eye out for them. But I was so mad when I missed that one, and it was like the first time, and it was like the one year they're really, really popular. But last year and the year before, I did not miss out, and I do not plan on missing out again. So I think it's towards the end of this month they come up with them, so I'll be keeping an eye out. Yes. But I'm looking forward to their festive cups. Let's start now. Oh. Oh, remember Gingerbread House? Remember I said I might have one or two. I couldn't remember if I had one or two. I knew I had one, but I wasn't sure if I had a second one downstairs, because there was a year I bought them at No Frills, and then the following year I forgot I bought them, and then I bought them at Dollarama. And so that year we did the ones from Dollarama, and then the following year I did the ones that I bought at No Frills. I still have two of those in the basement, so I don't have to buy gingerbread houses this year. So yeah, I get to save $10 plus tax. And I think we're just going to do one, because I don't really have room to display two. I'll have room to display one. And unfortunately, I don't think there's a gingerbread house contest this year, which sucks. Our tree lighting is next weekend, and we're looking forward to it. That's why I'm hoping this weather sticks around and that we don't freeze our butts off, because it's outdoors. So Mother Nature, please behave. So what?
I got the bag, the chips bag from yesterday.
Oh yeah, in the
Still
car.
the,
Yeah, I noticed that. In the armrest. That's where you hide your snacks. When you went to Dollarama before he picked up the boys, and picked up chips and put them in the armrest. There's like a compartment in there. Yeah, anyways, the gingerbread house tree lighting. They would always have a gingerbread house, a gingerbread warming house, and it was a pavilion, or is that what it's called? We have the picnic tables, and they would put walls up and a door, and they would be like, I think there was like a couple of windows, okay, and it felt like you were in an actual building. And I remember like when you're asking my dad, oh, like, where's the gingerbread house? And they were like, then he told me that, oh no, those the walls are built, and they just attach them, and they somehow put them against the pavilion, pavilion, and they make it work. And I was like, oh wow. I remember it just being like, oh wow, so like that's a genius idea. And but it doesn't, you don't feel like you're under a pavilion. You actually feel like you're in an actual building that's been there for years. And there's a fireplace and everything, and that's where they would have like the Tim Hortons free hot chocolate on the weekend. I think just that weekend though of the first day. I'm not sure. No, I think it was the weekends. They would always have free hot chocolate. And they would have like a corner for the crafts, and then they would have a Christmas tree in the corner and a chair and decorations, and they had this like big automatic Santa, and it was just really nice. And the gingerbread houses that were in the contest that were entered were all on display, and the boys entered the first few years because it's something fun to do. Even if you don't win, we never expected to win. We didn't, but it was just something to do and participate in, and it was really fun. And then decided to come along into town, and we didn't do the tree lighting when that happened. We did the tree lighting last year for the first time. Yeah, so that would have been 2021. Yeah, so that last year was the first time. So when that was the year when what came into town, everything got canceled, all the events got canceled, and it sucked. But it's great to have those events back, except for the gingerbread house contest. They're not having it, and I don't know if it's because the building is small and it can get busy. They don't want crowds, but then it's like, we're in a better place. Can we just or if you want to put like a limit in there of people, you could go ahead, or but can we just figure something out, because it's just, this sucks, like they should still have it. I'm going to see if I still have it on, if I filmed it. I can't remember. I think I did, but I'm not 100%, because that would have been 2018, and I was vlogging 2018. So I might have something. So I'll see. If I do, I'll leave it on the screen below and check it out in the description box. But yeah, because I really want to show you guys, because I have a lot new friends, a lot new subscribers, and it's like, yeah, but we're still gonna go. They still have fun stuff planned, and it is pretty. They have all the light displays, and the light gets the tree. I mean, the Christmas tree gets, so that they do a countdown and everything, and they will have 2 particular characters this year. Last year they had Anna and Elsa, and this year they're going to have somebody in yellow. That's right, who likes to read. Yep. I forget what they called her, because they can't use the actual names of, Beauty and the Beast. They use up their own names. But yeah, they're going to be this year's special guests. So yeah, we're excited. Oh, and there is free hot chocolate and cookies, so, but I still wish there was a gingerbread house contest, but maybe next year. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's the news on that. But I will look. I do have a playlist for Christmas, so I'll look in there and see if I took any clips when 2018 was the last normal year we got. Yeah, I probably did, because I kind of do remember filming, Yeah. Oh, that's good coffee. Yeah. It's just going to take me a while to drink it. Yeah. Yeah, so that's next weekend, and then the following weekend is a parade. And I'm like really excited, but every year when we have these events and after they're done, Christmas goes by so fast. So gotta enjoy it. Yeah, stop and enjoy it. Yeah, soak it up, because it does. I mean, it's just, you blink and it's like Happy New Year, So yeah, I know, but it's exciting. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to drink my coffee. And oh, I watched my next, before I forget, I watched my next Disney movie, actually 2 Disney movies. I watched Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen, and I totally forgot that not Martin, yeah, is that his name? No. I'm thinking Steve Martin. Yeah, no, Martin Short. Okay. For some reason I was picturing Steve Martin. Martin Short. Coffee hasn't kicked in. I forgot that he was in it, and he is hilarious. And like he worked with Tim Allen's character, and they were on Wall Street. Okay, they were in the stock business, and Tim Allen's character finds out that, because he's trying to get a divorce from his wife so he can marry this other girl, and I guess like they never got divorced, but because he was so caught up into his work and never really paid attention to her, she just got up and left, and decided to live on this remote island. And so he had to go over there and get her to sign the papers, and he found out that he had a son who was raised in the jungle, and he came back with him. And so, as you can imagine, like kind of like George of the Jungle, which is another great movie. That one is coming up, and I cannot wait for that one, because Brendan Fraser, like, hello. So, and I haven't watched that since I was a kid, but I used to love that movie too. And but Martin Short, okay, so Tim Allen's son was over at his house, at Martin Short's house, his character, and he had this expensive fish tank with expensive fishes in it. And he ends up cooking the fish, and right away where the fish came from, because he's in the backyard and he's cooking the fish. He made a little fire, and the fish are on a stick, and he's like turning the stick and rotating it, and another family comes out, and they don't. Of course, the kids realize where the fish came from, but the mother doesn't realize. And she takes a bite of the fish, and then she realized, where it came from, because his son told him. Martin Short's son told his mom where the fish came from, and Martin Short comes home and he realizes his tank is like empty, and he screams, and he's like, where are they? And there's like, oh, don't we know? And oh, don't worry, because he doesn't know, right? Right? If you grow up in the jungle, you're not going to know you're not supposed to do that, and his son brings him over the fish, and he's like, oh, it's Winky. Winky was my favorite. I would, go like this, and he would, follow my finger. And he held the fish in one hand. And, okay, I had to put you down for this. Hang on. So he would have the fish, okay, in one hand and his finger. And he would, he would follow my finger everywhere. But now I have to do this for him to follow my finger. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Whoever wrote that, has a great sense of humor. Yeah, so that was a good movie. I remember watching that, and I just totally, I remember Tim Allen being in it, but totally forgot that, Martin Short was in it. And then I watched Hercules. Yeah, and they were both made in 1997. Yeah, watched Hercules. I don't really think I ever watched Hercules before. I remember some of it, but I don't think I watched the whole thing through. No. So that was good. And yeah, I forget what my next one is, but yeah, I'm almost done with the 90s, and then I'll be moving on to the 2000s. Yeah. Anyways, just morning chat's going on long enough. I'm going to drink my coffee and yeah, get this day going. I have a little bit more cleaning to do before I start to continue to decorate, but not too bad. The living room is pretty much good. Toy area I'm not going to deal with right now. That I don't really decorate in there, but I do want to go through, because I always go through their toys before birthday or Christmas. I do know there is some stuff that I want to put downstairs they don't really play with, and there's some stuff toys that they don't really play with, but I want them to keep for their forever box. Yeah, so that they can, when they get older, they can take with them, maybe give them to their kids, or look back on and reminisce. Yeah, that's always fun. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. And plus I need to grab a couple bins from Walmart. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. No. But I will finish cleaning up in the living room and just decluttering the counters and table, which too bad. I just have to finish. And then I could go bippity boppity boo and deck out the halls. Yes. That's the plan. Hi, I'm Dory. I have a short-term memory loss. Yeah, I can really relate to Dory sometimes. I had a Dory moment the other day. I got a bunch of carrots ready to go in the freezer, so I blanched them, cooked them in boiling water for like 5 minutes, and then moved them into ice cube cold water for like 3 minutes, and then put them on a cookie tray, dry them, put them on a cookie tray, parchment paper, and I totally forgot. Yes, I did. Oh, did I ever. So here they are. The top layer is a little, yeah, that. But the rest look pretty good, so I'm still gonna put them in a Ziploc bag. But first, I'm going to nuke the rest of this, and then I'll do that. And I totally forgot, and I was having lunch, and it dawned on me. Carrots in the freezer. Oh well, life gets busy. I think they're okay. Just a little frost, got a little bit of frostbite, but that's okay. They'll still be good. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. nuke that. I'm wearing my elf Christmas tee. The Christmas clothing has officially come out. Next will be my mugs, but I need to take them down and wash them and do the switcheroo. Usually I do that by now, but I haven't got around to it. No. And I did clear off the table. The counter is almost cleared off. Just taking my time. And yeah, pretty soon Henry will be home. Casey has his after school tutoring, so that starts today, and he'll be at the school for a couple extra hours, 2 days a week, to help with reading, writing, and math. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We're kind of playing it by ear because it is a long day, because that was my first thought when the teacher that's doing it, which is his teacher from last year, so he knows a teacher, and he also knows somebody else, a classmate in the what, that just fits in the microwave, in the tutoring thing, so which is good, but we're just gonna play by ear and see. And it's only for 6 weeks, but because that was my first thought when she told me, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's a long day. They're already in school for like 6.5 hours, and this is 2 extra hours. It does make for one long day. So I did pack him extra snacks on the gingerbread. I feel like someone is watching me. How's that go? I always feel like someone is watching me. Right there, peekaboo, Gingy, I see you. You're gonna come out soon. Yes, I'll find a spot for you. Would you like some coffee? Would you like some gingerbread coffee? Or hot chocolate, the hot chocolate of your people. Oh, yeah, I don't get up much. No, I don't. Anyways, yeah, don't mind me. Oh, yeah, so it'll be weird just having Henry home and not Casey. But yeah, one kid home. But yeah, yeah, and it's only for 6 weeks, so I'm sure he can hang in there. And yeah, but that was my first thought. You know, okay, it is a long day, but if it'll help him and he can stick it out, so yeah, even if I have to bribe him a little bit, yeah, to stick it out. Yeah. Anyways, coffee. I'm gonna bag these up and put them back in the freezer, but in a Ziploc bag. Oh no. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Totally forgot I was going to the next day. I was going to leave them overnight. Well, I left them overnight. And then the next night. And then the next night. And the next night. I think at least 3 nights. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, needs to be a little bit hotter. Okay. 30 more seconds, please. Alright, so that's what's going on. So, coffee, carrots. Yeah. Alright. Got our coffee. That's what I have left. So I drank half of it this morning. Perfect. And now we'll deal with the carrots that are sticking to the paper. So I bought a big bag. It was like, I think 2.5 pounds a bag, and that's way too big of a bag for us to just, you know, cook with or munch on. And these were on sale for like a good price, so I picked them up and thought, okay, well, I'll cut them up, because like frozen vegetables are crazy in price. They've gone up like everything else. So I figured, oh, perfect. I just need to remember that they're in the freezer. Uh-huh. There we go. Just sticking a little bit. But it'll still be good, you know. Yep, not too worried about it. You know what I have to do? Also, I have to make a list of baking I want to do for Christmas and write down everything I need. Get that started because pretty soon it's gonna be time to bake our little hearts out. All right. I don't do too much for us because I've done that in the past. Made way too much. Like my mom makes stuff too, and my sisters, and we usually take a little bit of everything home. I'm gonna keep these because they're still good. Just want them to dry out. Yep. Yeah, so that's happened before. Then you get stuck with all the goodies, and it's like, oh my gosh, you just get so sick of everything. So I try not to make a whole lot. But I do want to make a couple of items for my Paula Deen not recipe, magazine. Maybe later this, oh, okay, won't keep this one. This one stuck. That's okay. I'll keep the other three. Yeah, for my Paula Deen magazine, this, we'll make them this month in case if anybody wants to make them. So I just have to get busy on that. All right. Yeah, of course you would stick because you're on the metal. That way. Yeah. All right, there we go. Bag full of frosted carrots. Never a dull moment with me. Nope, nope, nope. Never is. But this will keep us. Yep. There, presto. Done. Oh, just like this coffee in a few minutes. So here is the Christmas decorations. I did post a picture on my community wall on YouTube, but just in case if somebody didn't see that picture or post, here is all the decorations that have to go somewhere. Yeah, gotta go bippity boppity boo and put everything in the right spot. Yeah, so that will be happening pretty soon, and I probably will go through it and just get rid of anything I don't want. I usually do that every year with decorations, Christmas, Easter, you know, fall, and just get rid of stuff that I don't know, I guess that I'm ready to part with. Yeah, so, and just downsize a little bit. Yeah, so there we go. But of course, Gingy is going to stay, of course, for sure. He's always going to stay. Yeah, he's a gingerbread, so he's safe. Yeah, so is his castle. That ain't going nowhere. Somebody's home. And did you like it? No, not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's having dinner because he came home, and that was one of the first things he said, that he's hungry. It's after 5 o'clock. So yeah, so he likes it, and he had fun, and I'll show you what he made. He came home with a shape. He made something out of clay. But yeah, he had fun, so that's good. And I don't even have to supply the extra snacks because I guess she brings the snacks. So bonus, yeah, that's awesome. All right, and yeah, now I'm just gonna wind down, and I had the house to myself for quite a bit because when the hubby picked up Henry, my dad called and he needed help with house lights outdoors, and he went over there to help, but they came back home quick to pick up the hooks for the lights, and then they went back. So I had the house to myself for a good amount, and it was joyful. It was nice. Yeah, it was peaceful. It really was. It was a little bit weird because it's like Thursday evening, you know, it's just like 3:30, you know, so yeah, it was a little weird, but it was nice. What?
GLM?
Yes.
It could be like in the afternoon.
Yes.
That'd be good going in that.
Yeah, they helped in the afternoon because the weather is beautiful. Well, today was beautiful. Hopefully tomorrow will be just as nice. This weather can stick around. Our outdoor lights are already up. We just have to put the inflatables out. That's it. Have to find them first.
When are we gonna do that?
Probably this weekend. I think.
Like
Oh,
tomorrow?
I know where they are because I was like trying to think where they
Like
were.
tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow you come home. They are in the storage because because when you put them away, they're very hard. Like you have to get a container, a storage container for them. But I just put them in our storage in the mudroom, and that worked just as well. Because they do take up room, and of course they're not going to go back in the box. So
I didn't take that.
you want ketchup for your fries? Okay, I'll go do that. So here's what he made out of straws and clay, triangle shape. Whoops! This doesn't want to stay put. There we go. Stay. Excuse me? Was that a good dinner? Yeah. Do you give the restaurant 5-star? You do? That's good. Coming outside just for a bit to end the vlog. Getting a little bit loud in there. The weather is gorgeous. Like, it is going on 5:30, and all you need is like a hoodie, sweater, and that's it. Yeah. Can we just skip winter? You know, have this kind of weather in December and January and February and for the rest of November, you know? I would be very happy with that. I would. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, so I'm happy everything went well. Like, he came home happy, and that's good because, you know, because that was my first thought was, oh my gosh, you know, it's gonna be a long day for him, you know. What if he comes home cranky and tired? I know I would. Yeah. But yeah, so that is good, and it should be smooth sailing, and yeah, so that's awesome. And it'll give him a boost too in his reading and writing and math, and yeah, that would be really good. Yeah, I'm really happy that school is offering it, and he knows the teacher that's doing it, his teacher from last year, so, and he knows a classmate, so yeah, all good. Yeah, we're off to a good start for his after school tutoring. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to say good night and the vlog. Oh yeah, I watched my next Disney movie, but I'll talk about it tomorrow because this video is already long enough. I watched George of the Jungle. Oh my gosh, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, but we'll talk about it tomorrow when I start another vlog. Because yeah, because I was like, you know, I have the house to myself. Because hubby and Henry were at my mom and dad's helping with outdoor lights, and it's like, I could either do the dishes or watch a movie. Watch a movie one, because dishes will always be there. But I did switch out a load of laundry, so I got that done. And then I sat down and watched a movie, and I even had dinner uninterrupted, so that was actually nice. Yeah, so yeah, dishes I will tackle pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that soon. But yeah, I watched George of the Jungle, and I just loved it. It brought back so many memories, and I forgot a lot about it because I haven't watched it since it came out on VHS, like way back in the day. So yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out with me today and watching. I really should dearly appreciate it. Take care, be blessed, and as always, talk to you for now. Bye.